Spicy Cajun Quiche here at Barbecue My Way. This stuff is awesome, and real men do eat quiche. It's just a book you ought to read sometime. So we got a pan. We're going to throw some butter in there, about a slice and a half or a dab and a half. Let it melt down. Now we're adding about 3/4 of a cup of yellow onion and about the same amount of red chopped pepper. You can also use green bell pepper or the orange bell pepper. We just happen to have red on hand, so it worked out nicely. We're going to saute that up for, 3 to 4 minutes. We're going to throw in some Cajun spices. We had a fish seasoning here, which worked nicely from Emerald. Not from him personally, because we bought it, but I guess indirectly it's from him. And then about a half a cup of chopped green onion, which is kind of the scallions, the long green stuff. So those are thrown in there and sauteed, and we're going to let things just get a little bit kind of translucent, starting to clear up a little bit, and that's when the sweetness starts coming out. So now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of chopped garlic. If we added that too soon, it would probably burn because it's chopped so finely. So we're mixing that in, and now a little bit of a secret ingredient, 2 teaspoons of fresh salsa. The original recipe calls for tomato paste, but I wanted to add a little bit more spice and some sweetness and flavoring. So I added that, plus we've added about a half a cup of chopped smoked Kentucky ham. So the flavors, you should smell this right now. It is unbelievable. So we're going to set that aside, let it cool. And now we're working on the egg mixture, which is kind of a custard mixture, really. We're whipping that up, and we're going to add about half a cup, a half and half, maybe 3/4 of a cup. And now we're adding some spice, a little bit more heat, cayenne pepper, and about half a teaspoon of freshly cracked black pepper. And we're going to mix that up nicely here in a second after we add a teaspoon of salt. I forgot about the salt. And the thyme. I forgot about the thyme. That's actually about a teaspoon of thyme. You want to crunch that up in your hands to kind of bring out the flavors. So we're mixing that up. We've got a pre-made pie shell, and we're going to add the onion, ham, green, or red pepper mixture after it's cooled to the bottom of the pie shell. And now we're going to add some fresh, well, not fresh shrimp, but little popcorn shrimp that's been pre-cooked. I wanted to use actually crawfish tails, but I couldn't locate any, but this will work in a pinch. You can probably find this at your local grocery store, frozen, and it's not that expensive. And now some Colby Jack cheese that we're putting on the top, and now it's time to add the egg custard mixture. So just make sure it's very evenly distributed. You don't want to leave anything dry. You want to make sure that it spreads out nicely, because that kind of creates the base to the whole quiche. So we've preheated an oven at 400 degrees, and we're going to pop that in the oven at this point, and it's going to cook for roughly 30 to 40 minutes at 400 degrees, and it comes out, you can stick a knife in it, and if it comes out clean, it's ready. But here we're carving up a piece. If you could smell this, you'd be wanting to eat this every day of your life. I'm not kidding you. It was just absolutely delicious. It tasted very spicy, but silky and smooth with that egg, and the green pepper and onion was so sweet. You're going to love this. You have to promise me that you will give a spicy Cajun quiche a try. Give it a shot.